Okay, good evening, folks. Dr. Freedom here with the Times for Dr. News. News from in and around the universe that may make you go, look, garage. Okay, no. I picked this up like for work and all that. Have fun wearing it. But well, I'm being all formal. Okay, so some interestingly weird stuff hit the internet today. And it's amazing, but one quip from Michelle Gomez will cause a tabloid to put on the face of their paper. So, hang on, let's get into what's going on. But before we go into that, here's something else. All right. You're like, oh my God, get to it already, fat man. All right. Yeah, I'm getting to it. All right. Hold on. Hold your horse. Okay. Now, from what the editor of Doctor Magazine says in the Steve Moffat interview, it seems Series 11 will not air until autumn 2018, which is something we already figured given the fact they're not going to start filming it until late October, early November this year. So they're going to try to have it out by next fall, which may be a good idea because good weather was taking numbers away from everybody. So, but at the same token, you're going to have the reality TV shows and all that going on again. But, with everybody wanting to watch Strictly Come Butt Licking, leading into Doctor Who, and then everybody turns off because they've already found out who's going to win the ballroom competition or whatever the hell it is. Okay. So interesting on that. Here's the big hubbub. Here we go. No, it's not this one. It's coming up. Don't worry about it. I forgot to put them in the right order. My fault. This is a cute little thing from TV Guide. Short little video accompanies it. Only about a minute long. And with Peter saying, I don't think you say goodbye to the role because you bring yourself to it. So if I was to say goodbye to him, I'd be saying goodbye to me too. And that would be an odd situation to be in. Also with Steve Moffat talking about the speech the doctor gives about it being kind and decent. Is that, you finally get what he stands for, what he tries to be, and what the man he aspires to be. So it's a nice little short clip. Be sure to give it a watch. Moving on. Steve Moffat knew all along the doctor was going to be female, but he just didn't know it was going to be Jodie Whittaker because apparently he didn't find out till, I guess he said, the Friday before the announcement. So, yeah, he didn't know until that Friday before the announcement. All right. But I didn't want to know until Peter knew because that was my rule. So, big hoopty ding dong shit. I know something I won't tell. Moving on. All right, Jodie Whittaker talks about the new psychological thriller Trust Me, and this is a role where she plays, not that kind of doctor, but someone who's impersonating being a medical doctor, apparently. So, this is going to be coming up shortly, apparently. So if you're interested in all that, boom, 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 here it is. Moving on. Here's the hubbub. And no, it's not the filthiest self-upsert selfie thing, whatever. The female doctor who will be bisexual and have a lesbian affair. This is 150, if not the 397% horseshit. It is. It's what it was is it's all based off Michelle Gomez, blah, 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 dropped the plot spoiler when discussing the Broadchurch actress Jodie Whittaker. This was something she said, I believe, at San Diego Comic-Con. And this is Michelle Gomez just being Michelle Gomez. And this is a TV, tabloid rag, taking a quote and desperately trying to make a story out of it. There's no water to it. Unlike this, unless there was two people who flowed water. There's no water to it. So please, I've been seeing this all day when people go, oh my God, it's from the Daily Star, which is right there, I think just one level below the Mirror. Okay, it's not worth looking at. Come on, look at the headlines for crying out loud. That ought to give you an idea of just, how much journalistic integrity these guys have, especially when their big story is introducing the upskirt selfie. All right, moving on. John Barrowman rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery. I can't even say surgery. Emergency surgery after collapsing in his home in agony. Turns out, he was diagnosed with acute appendicitis. He's already had his appendectomy, and he's already home. So everything's fine. Barrowman's fine. He's at home recovering already. But luckily they did catch it because if you don't catch them things, after they burst, that's when things can get hairy. So 50-year-old John Barrowman. So he's even put up a bunch of videos of different things. Here he is in the hospital. So if you want to go look those up, he's got those scattered between Facebook, Instagram, and everywhere else he's on. Okay. There we go. Ninth Doctor Comics out today. Matter of fact, this was out yesterday. I only had like 3 articles at the time yesterday. I'm like, nah, why bother? So, matter of fact, Ninth Doctor number 14, 10th Doctor 3.7, and 11th Doctor 3.7 are out. So, and if also a reminder, once again, if you want to see, take a look at these, what they all look like, boom, 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 there you go. You can go to this page, click on them, and you can even read the first couple pages, to see if you're into it, and blah, blah, blah. So, moving on. Okay. There's also going to be a bunch of Big Finish news. I got to sit down and compile all that. My own fault. X-Men star Nicholas Hoult missed out on a Doctor Who role. What happened was, everybody remember back in, I believe it was, The Idiot's Lantern. Okay, there it is right there. I should have just glanced up. He was supposed to play the role of Tommy the boy, who, his grandma, gets her face removed. You remember The Idiot's Lantern, Mark Gatiss story. All right, so that's all that was. There were things that happened that didn't happen, blah, blah, blah. Okay, Louise Jameson over here. She spoke to David Prever at the BBC Radio Oxford, or at BBC Radio Oxford, about the casting of the 13th Doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker. It's about 3 minutes, 46 seconds, and it's always good to hear from Lou, who, by the way, is going to be playing Miss Marple in a stage theater production. All right, moving on. Please take this as tongue-in-cheek, because that's what I came away with it. It's made it stupid, dull, and unsexy, then you could be the next Doctor companion. And, a lot of people may take that the wrong way. He's not criticizing Bill, as a matter of fact. It says right here that, he really liked Bill. So it's not an attack on her, which some people thought it was because using this particular image to thumbnail it. No, he's having a little jab at the way companions are and all that over the last few years. Matter of fact, he even talks about how, companions after, the relationship with Grace Holloway in the 96 movie, it seemed like they were playing tonsil hockey all the time for those first few years after. So that's what happens. That's all he's talking about, is just tongue-in-cheek. All right, so once again, magazines right now, we're on hiatus, and, everybody's just itching to get that tiny bit of news so they can say, oh, look, I'm going to get it. Oh, I'm going to get it. And the thing is, half the time, there's nothing going on. And so that's all I can tell you is, we're on hiatus. Everybody's going to be grabbing for headlines. Me, I'd rather take the time off and do other things. I'm about halfway done writing the final, chapter of Death Moon, and it's turning out to be longer, of course, than I anticipated. So we're going to have a fun time recording that. So, enjoy your time off from Doctor Who. Keep in mind, it is going to seem like forever before we get to finally see Jodie Whittaker on screen after she makes her brief appearance on the Christmas special. But at the same time, at least it's not going on a 1.5 to 10-year hiatus. You remember, all you folks, that 89 to 2005 thing, like the 16-year hiatus? With only that one movie in the middle that everyone started to really like later. Well, I'm getting out of here, so take care, ta-ta, look, have a good one. See you all on the flip side. Later.